What up, Fab Fanatics? On it here, back with some more Flesh and Blood content. Monday, Monarch Monday. Live stream number 2 of our Monarch Mondays. This is going to be another stream of practicing for what is eventually going to become supporter box openings. So, yeah. Excited to be here with y'all. Drop a what's up in the chat. Let me know how my audio is sounding. I would really appreciate it. Something I've been considering since the last stream is hopefully doing this a little more efficiently. I'd like to get this in kind of in like the half an hour to 45-minute period. We'll see if I can reach that today. It's going to be a little bit quicker because I don't have the monthly drawing to do because that's a once a month thing. So yeah, we'll just get right into it and start cracking open a couple of these Monarch boxes. I got some more music lined up for us. We'll get to cracking some packs and listening to some tracks. Bing. No beating around the bush. All right, get my trusty little blade out here. Who's watching? Left or right? Which box should I go with? Left or right? Left or right? Gonna count down and choose myself. Since I'm a righty, I'm gonna go with left. Made the decision. Breaking the seal, no going back. You're a little late, John. I guess that's the lag in my low latency. Maybe I should have waited just a little bit longer. Still getting used to this live stream, you know. Technology's you know, improving and whatnot, but I guess it's not instantaneous. How's the levels on the music and my voice? Everything good out there in the virtual fab land? 24 more packs of Monarch fun! As always, we do a quick little calibration here. Monarch First Edition pack. The first 6 cards are class cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 class commons. Then we get into the generic and don't hear music well. Let's change that. Let me know if that made any improvements. And then we get into the generic and talent commons, which are 5. And then we get into our rare, or rainbow foil slot, sorry. Common foil, Herald of Ravages. Our equipment slot, Hooves of the Shadow Beast. Our rare slot, V of the Vanguard. And our rare and up slot, Vexing Malice. And token, of course. How's everybody doing out there today? Did you open up any packs this weekend? Play any games? Test any of the new Monarch heroes? I know week 1 of the North American Playtest League is in full effect. We just had our Sunday division play yesterday, and I swooped in there. The cool part about being a player is whenever there's an odd number of players signed up for the league or that division, I can slide myself in there and make it even so nobody ends up with buys. Void Wraith, common foil, common rainbow foil, Ironhide Helm is the equipment piece, Ode to Wrath, and Dimensional Crossroads, our first Majestic, is a pretty good one. I think this is going to be a staple in Shadow Runeblade, in my opinion. Of course, it costs 2, pitches for 2, go again whenever you play an attack action card or a non-attack action card from the Banish Zone. If you haven't played the other one of this type this turn, deal 1 damage to target hero. If you lose life during your turn, destroy Dimensional Crossroads. So Won't be very good against Wizard when they're playing on your turn, but as long as you're not, you know, killing yourself with Blood Debt, you can keep that on the field pretty easily. So yeah, I was able to get my first games in since pre-release yesterday, and I have not even been able to build out a deck yet, a Monarch deck, so I just went with my trusty good old Azalea build, and it wasn't even with any of the new Monarch cards either. It was my Crucible of War Monarch or Azalea build. Deep-Rooted Evil, Majestic, Rainbow Foil. Bam. Duskpath Pilgrimage, and Prismatic Shield. A couple more rares. I must say, Prism, I believe, is a really bad matchup for Azalea, like many other heroes, and I don't expect to win very much against Prism. So it was nice to go against 2 Prism builds yesterday. Of course, those individuals were playtesting those builds, so by no means were they dialed or anything, but I'll take my victories over Prism playing Azalea when I can, because they're going to be few and far between moving forward, as if people, you know. Soul Reaping Rainbow Foil. This is the legendary chain specialization in Rainbow Foil. It's actually, I think, one of the harder Rainbow Foil rares to pull, because of course it's just a one of. Outmuscle and Writhing Beasthulk. So, yep. Good old trusty Azalea build. It's nice that I have a year plus of experience running that deck, and so I'll take my victories when I can. Founding Demigon, common Rainbow Foil, Vexing Malice, and Genesis, Majestic number 3. Genesis is the Light Illusionist instant. I'm hearing from Prism playtesters that this is looking pretty good in the Prism builds. If you're in the Aura build, costs 4, pitches for 2. At the start of your turn, you may put a card from your hand into your hero's soul. If it's an Illusionist card, create a Spectral Shield token. If it's a light card, draw a card. And of course, Spectra is when Genesis can be attacked, and when it is attacked, when it is the target of an attack, destroy it and close the combat chain. Attack does not resolve. What's going on, Gift? Hey, Tucker, thanks for being here. I saw the spicy, Tucker, I saw the picture of the spicy pulls that you had. That cracked bobble, man. It's all about that cracked bobble. Get the comments out of the way here. Overload. Common Rainbow Foil, Tremor or Erythrial. I have no. I need to practice saying that word. And Outmuscle Red. That is the word that I stumble upon most in this set. Irathael? Is that how you say it? Irathael? Irathael? I'm going to practice that all night long and get it right off our live stream later tonight. Not. Rainbow Foil Warmonger's Recital. Captain's Call. This is certainly going to be going into my Azalea build and doing some play testing. Some flexibility there with the pump action or giving arrows go again. Much needed. And another one of those tremors. I'm just going to call it a tremor. There we go. I'm not even going to try butchering that name anymore. Get through these commons. Parable of Humility. Rainbow Foil Rare. I'm telling you, that equipment in that slot after the Rainbow Foil Rare always gets me. Soul Harvest and Seeping Shadows. So these are 2 boxes out of a fresh case. So there is no precedent set as far as having opened boxes previously to these to be able to predict, or not predict, but estimate what could possibly come of it. So, Unworldly Bellow, common foil, unhallowed rights, and another captain's call. It's nice to see prices starting to settle. Monarch First Edition, obviously it's been out for, are we going on 2 weeks already? Feels like it. Week and a half, last weekend, 10 days. Something along those lines. Time is flying by. But yeah, it's nice to see prices kind of settling in. Boxes, I just checked TCG before hopping on here, and boxes are hanging out in that $400 range. Zealous Belting, Rainbow Foil, common. We have the Vanguard again, and Sonata Arcanix. This art keeps growing on me. It's quickly becoming my favorite art of the set. Of course, I'm also a music festival goer, so I love my psychedelic artwork. I'm glad you made that choice, Gift. Gift said, my wife was making me watch surprise wedding shows, so I grabbed a cigar and hopped on here. Nothing like cracking some boxes with my virtual fab friends. Bringing everybody along for the ride. Engulfing Light, common foil. Glisten and glisten. There we go. If you've watched my previous live streams or box openings, you know that's happening quite a bit. The double, same rare. I feel like every single time I point it out, I'm beating the dead horse. About halfway through box 1 here. Get through the commons and Lunar Plunder Tide, or Lunar Tide Plunderer. I totally messed that one up. Common foil. Lunar Plunder Tide, yep. Duskpath Pilgrimage and Howl from Beyond. This artwork is intense. So anybody watching, do any playtesting with the new heroes? Have you figured anything out about lines of play or what to play or what not to play in any of the Monarch heroes yet? Let's hear about your playtesting experience in the chat. I know Prism is very broken in my opinion with Luminaris. I didn't realize Luminaris gives, because I just simply misread it and just, went past it, but it gives all illusionist attacks go again. That is absolutely bonkers. Herald of Ravages, common foil, Tremor, and Endless Maw. Thanks for being here, Dean, and thanks for your support. That is sorting your purchases. Yeah, that's one of the things I hope to improve over the coming, I don't know, weeks, months, but still haven't figured out the Shopify backend pack list of how to alphabetize it. I think I'm gonna have to hire a backend programmer to help me dial that in. So if you've ordered from FaB Foundry, you know that packing list tends to be all over the place. But then again, I also have my system pretty well figured out. So if you have the Vanguard and Consuming Aftermath, what's up, John? Oh yeah, there's that camera. Hi, I can wave to the peeps. Still, it definitely still feels a little weird going live. I had like just getting more used to it, but I definitely had like that butterfly feeling, Seeds of Agony, common foil in my belly. Like it just snuck up, plow through, and Seeping Shadows snuck up as 6 o'clock quickly approached. Being live on the internet's definitely something to get used to. Gift says he's loads of us were running Chain on Saturday. We all saw our decks were basically the same except they had Razor Reflex and I was running Warmonger's Recital. Took Recital out and added Razor. Yeah, just the threat of Razor is just so dang good. Graveling Growl, common foil. Convulsions from the Bellows of Hell, and Dimensional Gateway. Come on! We've hit a little dry spell in this box. We're down to the final 8 packs, so the final third of this box. We're 4 Majestics in and 2 rainbow foil rares. One of those Majestics, if I was not mistaken, was it a foil? Yeah, the Deep-Rooted Evil was a rainbow foil. Out Muscle, yellow, rainbow foil rare, Dimensional Gateway, and Writhing Beastfolk. Appreciate your order, Bruce. It's on its way, most definitely. Canada tends to be a little pretty quickly, but I think we went first class with yours, so hopefully within a week or 10 days. Yeah, you're right, Gift. Is that Saucy Go Again on hit? That is great. Razor Reflex is going to be a staple in many decks for many years to come. I don't see that going away anytime soon. Herald of Protection, common foil, common rainbow foil, Prismatic Shield, and Celestial Cataclysm. Bam! It's a pretty nice pull there. Of course, for many of you probably watching, you know that this is a 0 cost to pitch. There's an additional cost to play Celestial Cataclysm, banish 3 cards from your soul. Hits for 7, has Go Again, defends for 3. I don't know, I mean obviously it's a light action card. I think it's more viable in Bolton than Prism, in my opinion, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Herald of Triumph, rainbow foil rare number 4. The Heralds, the rainbow foil Heralds are all just, I love them. Makes me want to build Prism. Hoping, and Shadow of Blasphemy. Bing. Of course, Shadow of Blasphemophet. Cost 2, pitches for 1. It's a Majestic Shadow Brood action. Draw a card, then discard a random card. If a card of 6 or more is discarded this way, search your deck for a card with Blood Debt, banish it, and then shuffle your deck. Blood Debt. That is Majestic number 6. Getting down to the end here. Of box number 1. Pound for pound. Common foil. Consuming Aftermath and Herald of Triumph. Are we going to see a cold foil? That is the question. Getting down to those suspenseful last few packs. Slow roll it a little bit and see. Out Muscle. Rainbow foil rare number 5 of the box. Out Muscle again, and Tome of Divinity. Majestic number 7. Getting up to those averages. Getting up to those averages. Felt very Cobra Kai this morning. Woke up and put on the headband and just got to going about my day. I haven't taken it off yet. It's been a busy Monday. Oh, Ironhide Gauntlet. Common foil equipment. Wah, wah, wah. I mean, you can't ever really be disappointed when pulling a cold foil. It is definitely off center. Corners are looking good. How about our bottom edge? Because I've had so many cold foils recently that I've pulled that have at least a nick, if not a really pretty bad left bottom edge. This is actually looking pretty solid. There's no nicks that I see, and corners are looking good, but way off center. There you have it. Gold foil. That was wrong. Iron High Gauntlet.
You're listening to Borderless Podcast episode 60, and this is guest DJ mix by
Rise Above and Endless Maw.
Castillo, the head of Play
I did not realize
Records.
there was somebody talking in the middle of this mix. But thank you very much for dropping the artist. It's Teniente Castillo once again. One of my favorites right now. Adrenaline, Common Foil. Endless Maw and Captain's Call. Final pack of box number 1. For those that are interested, of course, I always give Foundry supporters a 24-hour notice of inventory updates through the FaB Foundry Facebook page, as well as through the FaB Foundry Players Guild Discord server. And so I'll let you guys know on the live stream here that we will be doing another Monarch singles inventory update. It will be going live tomorrow at noon Pacific Standard Time. The contents of these boxes will definitely be going up on the update, minus maybe a couple cards that I still need to finish out the FaB Foundry Master set. Vexing Malice and Rise Above. Well, that first box kind of fizzled at the end. Ended up with seven Majestics, with the Rainbow Foil Deep-Rooted Evil and the Cold Foil Gauntlet, and 5 Rainbow Foil Rares. So I was hoping that the mailman would be nice today and deliver what I have coming in on time for today's live stream. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but I should be going and picking up what is going to be the some Blitz decks. And of course, based off of Legend Story Studios retailer policy that I abide by as a singles reseller, I cannot sell sealed products directly to customers, and that's why, obviously open up boxes and do supporter box openings because those are allowed. But I will be giving away a bunch of Blitz decks starting live stream on Monday live stream starting next week. So definitely tune in next week. I will be giving away, I don't know if it depends on how many I have coming in. I need to count, but at least one of each, if not a full brick. So tell your friends that they're looking for those Blitz decks, and are hard up on the $13, the $12.99 or $15 or $20 or whatever people are trying to charge for them these days. Shouldn't pay more than $20. I'd say shouldn't even be paying more than $15 for them, in my opinion. They should be readily available to everybody at MSRP, which is $12.99, but that doesn't seem to happen in this game quite yet. So, but yeah, I'll be giving some of those away on live stream next week. I'm also working with the just cracked open the second box and just going right into it. I'm also working with a couple of the content collaborators that I work with for FaB Foundry to get some deck techs done of the Blitz decks and do some simple breakdowns of the deck techs or the Blitz decks for your newer players. So hopefully to have those videos going live within the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. All right, box number 2. Let's get right into it. 24 more packs. Oh, you like that, Matt? Huh? Gift? So you're saying I should have some made for the community. I just had one of them made just as a way to kind of test to see how it looks, and of course I didn't have the what are they? Dang it, the quadrants, the zones. There we go. I didn't have the play zones added just because I wanted a nice clean mat for streams. But yeah, I also do have Herald of Triumph Rainbow Foil Rare to start. I do have some other ideas for Foundry playmats in the works as well. I don't have a timeline on those, but Dimensional Gateway and Spill Blood, our first Majestic. Starting off the box with a nice Majestic and Foil Rare. Get through these commons a little bit quicker this box, I think. I kind of have been slow rolling it a little bit. Plow through. Rainbow Foil Rare number 2. Prismatic Shield and Captain's Call. I gotta move this first box pulls out of the way because it's kind of in the wrong pile. Yeah, I agree, Tucker. The Spill Blood is definitely going to be a staple in Bolton builds that use the axes. Dread Screamer, Rainbow Foil Common, Endless Maw, and Herald of Judgment. Curious to know how many out there are actually able to safely gather at their local game stores here in the United States or wherever you might be watching from. Vexing Malice, Rainbow Foil Rare number 3. Convulsions of the Bells from Hell. And Plow Through. Music is a tad loud. I can change that. And I can also up my volume a little bit. Let me know how that adjustment is once you kind of get to it. I think I'm on about a 10 to 15 second lag from my YouTube stream, if I'm not mistaken. Spew Shadow, Common Foil, Pulping, and Soul Harvest. Gift says, here in Houston, we've been jamming games for a long time. Yeah, you Texans, man. John said we are able to here in Mass. Yep. Doctor says my LGS's run events has been for a while. I think I've finally convinced them to start running FaB. It's only taken a year. I know a lot of us have been putting work into for the community, trying to get LGS's to carry it, and hopefully they finally see the light. I know here in Oregon that we still are under regulations. I think that's changing. Of course, we scheduled my partner LGS Going Gaming Blood Tribute, Common Foil, and we scheduled our upcoming skirmish event for June 20th, kind of pushing it back as far as possible. Vexing Malice and Unhallowed Rites to hopefully be able to have it in person. So hopefully our next skirmish event will be in person here in Oregon, and we can start running our weekly armory events after the North American Playtest League in person as well. So Deadwood Rumbler, Common Foil, Herald, and Soul Reaping again? No, that was not again. Yeah, you Texans are crazy down there, Gift. I watched the UFC fights this past weekend. Of course, they had like a 16 or 17,000 people in the arena down in Houston for the UFC pay-per-view this past weekend. I watched the prelims on ESPN Plus. Rouse the Ancients, Rainbow Foil. That's a nice hit. Rainbow Foil Majestic. Really cool artwork. cost 3, pitches for 3. As an additional cost to play Rouse the Ancients, you may reveal any number of action cards from your hand with 13 or more total. If you do, Rouse the Ancients gains +7 and go again. Only defends for 2 though. Vexing Malice and plow through. Audio level's better since I adjusted it. Hopefully. Still figuring the ins and outs out. Yeah, still figuring out the ins and outs. There we go. Of this live stream thing. Herald of Tenacity. Common foil. Seek Horizon. And Duthpask Pilgrimage. About halfway through box number 2 here. If you happen to be a FaB Foundry patron, I just posted a little while ago about upcoming opportunities for supporter box openings. Patrons that are current patrons will receive an opportunity for Monarch box openings, supporter box openings first, and then it'll be opened up to the rest of the community. Out Muscle and Nourishing Emptiness. Another Majestic. Bam! Generic Majestic at that. Nourishing Emptiness will have its place in some builds. It kind of is a niche generic in my opinion, but I mean also it defends for 3 and attacks for 6, so it pops Phantasms. So I mean, should go into a lot of builds just because of that, or at least sideboard. Yinti Yanti, Rainbow Foil Common, Convulsions from the Bellows of Hell, and Lumina Ascension. It's a Bolton Specialization. This thing kicked my butt in one of the first pre-release games that I had. Cost 0, pitches for 2, of course. Bolton Specialization until end of turn. Weapons you control gain +1, and if this hits, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a light card, put it into your hero's soul and gain a life, otherwise put it into the bottom of your deck. If you charge this turn, you may attack an additional time with each weapon you control. Sounds like a lot to get to go off properly, but when you do, it's pretty strong. Eclipse! Bam! There we go. Another cold foil legendary. Of course it's cold foil because, or legendary and cold foil, because that's, well, I guess unlimited is out in some parts of the world, so I guess I should clarify that it is cold foil legendary. But yeah, it has that, you know, that's the thing that I've been talking about earlier when it comes to cold foils. It has ever so slightest nick. This Eclipse, this particular legendary card seems to be popping up a lot. Bam! I don't know about you guys or whoever else has opened some boxes or cases, but yeah, I'm stoked to pull another legendary. Bada bing, bada boom. A little off center, but decent corners. Let's give that into a sleeve. Bing! I mean, can't really complain when you pull a legendary, you know? Legendaries are legendaries. I know the community's been, you know, talking about, speculating about how these legendaries seem to be clumped or getting multiple in a case, and, you know, having the roller coaster ride of having some cases without any, which the last case I opened didn't have any legendaries, so yeah, it's interesting. You know, it goes back to Seeping Shadows, Rainbow Foil Rare. It goes back to Parable of Humility and Consuming Aftermath. That running a TCG is complex. It's not a simple operation, so I have to, you know, hand it for LSS doing what they're doing, but I mean, it's definitely not going to be perfect. I personally think it might be by design, because the community was not up in arms, but under this premonition that it was like a 1 in 4 boxes L thing, and so putting a premium on cases. Overload, common foil of previous sets. I think Consuming Aftermath, Howl from Beyond. Again, this is just my opinion, totally opinion, speculative. I'm not a fly on the wall in LSS Studios. I do not have any inside information, but it's my opinion that they might have wanted to change that narrative, I think, with sets moving forward, with the whole idea of like you should get one in every 4 boxes, which they've never said that, because the odds are 1 in 96 packs, not boxes. And those are just odds. Talisman of Dowsing. There we go. Bam. It's one of the hardest rainbow foils to pull in this set. Dustpath Pilgrimage and Unhallowed Rites. Down to the final third of the box. Thanks for being here with me on a Monday night. I intend on doing Monarch Monday live streams moving forward. Of course, these boxes are being opened for FaB Foundry and will go up on the website tomorrow. I'm kind of practicing, figuring out the ins and outs of this live stream thing with the intention of doing supporter box opening live streams moving forward. I think next week will be one more live stream for FaB Foundry boxes, and then I'll get into doing some supporter box openings towards the end of the month. I think that's the intention. Consuming Aftermath and Prismatic Shield. Tucker, I would have to agree with you. The centering is kind of the Achilles heel right now. I've noticed quite a bit off center. More so, I think more so than previous sets, in my opinion, but Take Flight, Common Foil, Captain's Call, and Phantasmify. So we're going on, of course, our Legendary and 4 Majestics right now, going into the final 7 packs. Yeah, I'd take a Talisman Rainbow Foil over an EA any day, right? Not. Seek Horizons, Rainbow Foil Rare. That's a nice Rainbow Foil Rare right there. Dimensional Gateway and a Raiden Duskbane. Not the cold foil kind, but the kind that a lot of players need in order to play Bolton, so I'm stoked to get that and be able to list that on the website. That seems to be the toughest of the Majestic weapons to pull, in my opinion. I pulled a lot of the Hexagores. What's the other one that you pull? Totally drawing a blank right now. Luminaris would be second. Obviously, Raiden would be third, and yeah, the alternate art Galaxy Blade would be the toughest to pull, but that only comes in cold foil. So as far as the non-cold foil kinds, this is definitely the one that shows up the least. Minnowism, common foil. There it is, the Scythe, the Dread Scythe. Forgot about that one. Getting down to it here. Memorial Ground, common foil. Ironhide Legs. Oh, why would I say that? Merciful Retribution and Endless Maw, more rares. You've been enjoying this stream, please do go ahead and crush that like button, like Bravo. Dominate that subscribe button. Intimidate that notification bell. Because it means so much to improve my stats on YouTube and have more people see FaB Foundry things. Endless Maw, Rainbow Foil Rare. Invigorating Light and Arc Light Sentinel Majestic, number 6. Monday, Monday, Monday. Monarch Mondays. Mark of the Beast. Rainbow foil. Not the extended art kind. Still pretty cool rainbow foil and a pretty cool card. Cost 2, pitches for 2. If Mark of the Beast would be put into your graveyard from anywhere, instead banish it. Attacks for 6. 6 for 2 is pretty nice. Kind of, you know, a little bit of that like recurring ability to obviously once you swing with it, put it in your graveyard, it actually gets banished and be able to keep that ball rolling. Goes right there. Nice majestic rainbow foil. Unfortunately, in all the cases that I've opened so far, I've not opened an EA Mark of the Beast yet, or an EA Lumina Ascension. I have opened one EA Herald, and this is going into the 12th case now. So, yep. Take Flight, common foil. Writhing Beasts and Phantasmaclasm. Said that right? Phantasmaclasm? Yeah. Bing! That takes us up to 8 Majestics in this box with the legendary. 2 of them being rainbow foils. This is definitely a really solid box. Last pack right here. Last pack. Second swing, common foil. Dreamweavers, Unhallowed Rites, and Glisten rare in the close. Indeed, it did finish strong, Tucker. So let's recap. Of course, we pulled our legendary, a slightly off-center Eclipse. We had our 2 rainbow foil Majestics, being Mark of the Beast and Rouse the Ancients. And then we had 6 other Majestics, making it an 8 Majestic box, with an above average 6 rainbow foil rares. There we have it, y'all. The link to the Foundry Discord should be in the description below, as well as the link to the Patreon, if you want to support that way. And yeah, another Monarch Monday is in the books. We'll be doing this every Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Next week, again, we'll be cracking 2 more boxes, probably for FaB Foundry, and get the ball rolling on supporter box openings moving after that. So thanks very much for tuning in. Let's see here. Keeping it, I was shooting for that 30 to 45 minute range, and we're kind of right in that 45-minute sweet spot. So feels pretty good. Thank you very much for hanging out with me on this Monday. Appreciate your support. All the likes, comments, subscriptions, orders. And yeah, until the next time, take care.